What's going on, family? It's your man Jeff Kilgore back again, and today we're going to talk about some tips that will help you to skyrocket your self-belief. All right, you ready? Come on, let's talk about it. Now, just for starters, just to get things kicked off, I have to let you know, self-belief is not an option. It's not optional. It's not like, well, I'll try, maybe I will, maybe I won't. No, it's not an option. You must have self-belief. If you truly want to live your best life, like I know you do, if you truly want to be the best version of yourself, like I know you do, then having strong self-belief is not optional. It's 100% necessary. It's essential if you want to be the best version of yourself, right? So let's dispel the notion that it's an option for you. Like maybe I can, maybe I should improve my self-confidence, my self-esteem, my self-belief. Maybe I will, maybe no. You will, you need to, you have to, you deserve it, you owe it to yourself to get that self-belief as high as possible, because it's going to affect every little thing in your life from here on out, right? So let's talk about how to do that. Number one, what you want to do is examine your self-belief. I mean, in order to improve your self-belief, you have to examine it. Where do you stand with it? Where do you have limiting beliefs? If you look at your life right now, what are the limiting beliefs? All you have to do is check your status, see where you are in life, and you'll begin to see where you're limited at and where your thinking may be a little off. But what are your limiting beliefs? Examine yourself, examine everything about yourself so that you can begin to see where you may need help at, where you may need to make some adjustments, course correct some things, get into that place that's going to serve you. Because whether you believe it or not, you were not born with any limiting beliefs. You weren't born, I'll say it again, you were not born with any limiting beliefs. You learned every single one of them. Any limiting belief that you have, you learned it. You weren't born with it. You didn't come out of the womb. You weren't born thinking that $1 million is a huge amount of money. You didn't think that. Somebody had to teach you that. You had to learn that somewhere along the way. You started to believe that $1 million was this huge amount of money. And so the minute that you started to believe that $1 million is this ridiculously large amount of money, then you started to push it away from you, because you also simultaneously, usually, you would start also to feel like it's a huge, large amount of money that I probably won't be able to obtain. That's only for the stars and the rich and wealthy and famous people and things of that nature. And so you look at it as this huge amount of money, and you also look at it as something that's not obtainable for you, which are both myths, which are both incorrect. $1 million is not a large amount of money. It's whatever you make of it. If you think it's a huge amount, then it's a huge amount. Think about a billionaire. What's $1 million to a billionaire? It's still a decent amount of money, but it's not as large as you're making it seem, as large as you're making it feel. It's all about perspective. So again, you weren't born with any limiting beliefs. You learned every single one of them. So with that being said, don't beat yourself up about it. Once you examine yourself and you start to figure out what your limiting beliefs are, no sense in getting angry. It is what it is at this point. That's the environment you grew in, your parents, your loved ones, all the authoritative figures in your life instilled this into you. And it's no sense in being upset with them, because the only thing they did was instill in you what was instilled in them. Sometimes terrible habits, terrible mindsets, terrible ways of thinking are passed on from generation to generation. And because it's been going on for so long, we automatically think it's right. If my dad told me something, it's got to be right, because that's my dad. Like, he knows everything, right? Like, he's the authority on this topic. Like, he knows. And so you get that at a very young age, and you start to believe everything that mom and dad and grandpa and auntie and big brother and teacher and all of that, TV, you believe all that because it was instilled into you at a young age. But don't beat yourself up about it, because you learned that. You weren't born thinking that. So that's not exactly you per se. And the great news is it can be changed. It can be corrected. And that's what we're doing today. We're looking at ways to skyrocket that self-belief, because that's how you change every other area in your life. Your income, your finances, your money increases dramatically the more you believe in yourself. Your relationships get way better the more you believe in yourself. Your interaction with people, your interaction on your job or in your business, everything elevates the more confidence you have in yourself. So examine yourself and examine the limiting beliefs and ask yourself, are these legitimate? Like, are they legit? Like, is this limiting belief, is this something that's really a legit thing that I should hold on to? More than likely it's not. But you need to examine that. You need to check yourself on that. Is this something I need to hold on to? Probably not. And if the answer is no, then what can I do about that? And even better than that, what evidence do I have that says that that's not true? What evidence do I have that truly tells me that it's not true that I have this limiting belief? This limiting belief is not something that's actually factual. What evidence do you have? Let me give you an example. And this is the simplest example I can give on this, is whatever that belief is, whatever this thing is that you think you can't do or can't have, ask yourself this: has anybody in the history of anybody's, has anybody ever done it before? If they have, that tells you right there, whatever that limiting belief was is false. Because if anybody else has ever done it, you can do it too. If anybody has done it, I don't care how smart you think they were, what kind of family they were born into, or if they started out rich. I don't care about that. If a human being did something that you're carrying a limiting belief about it, then you can scratch that off the list. You can scratch that limiting belief and start to instill into your mind that that's false. The truth is I can do it. The truth is I can have it. The truth is I deserve it. Why? Because somebody else has done it, and I'm just as worthy as anybody else. Now, if it's something that no one else has ever done, that's even better, because you have a unique, amazing idea or possibility. You're going to change the world with your idea. You have something that no one else has ever done. So if anybody else has ever done it, then you can kick that limiting belief right out by instilling into yourself that if they did it, I can do it. I'm just as smart. I'm just as capable. I'm just as worthy, and I deserve it just as much. And I'm gonna go get it. All right, now the second tip, you wanna give yourself an unlimited amount of opportunities to be successful. In other words, give yourself plenty chances to fail, right? Give yourself plenty of chances to fail, because there's nothing worse. See, this takes the pressure off of you, because there's nothing worse than feeling as if I have to get it perfectly right and I have this one chance to do it. Just one chance and I got to get it perfect. I have no other chances. This is the only time, one chance, and I got to get it perfect. More than likely, you're going to mess up because you're nervous. You're thinking more about messing up than you are about completing the task or whatever it is that you do. Let me give you an example. Imagine you don't have your driver's license, right? You want to get your driver's license. So you're going to go take the driver's test, the exam for driver's license. You're gonna get your driver's license. However, you've never ever driven a car before, and the very first time that you're gonna sit behind the wheel and drive a car is at your driver's exam. You're trying to get your driver's license, and this is the first time that you ever sat behind the wheel. How do you think you'll do on that driver's exam? You haven't given yourself any chance to mess up. You didn't practice. You didn't go through the drills. You didn't see what it was like to be behind the wheel. You didn't figure out how much you have to correct yourself when you veer a little bit to the left or too much to the right, or that left turn. You didn't, you don't understand how sharp to cut it. Those type of things, you're gonna have to do it in order to understand that. So give yourself an unlimited amount of opportunities to be successful. Allow yourself to fail. Allow yourself to mess up over and over again. Fail often, because it brings you that much closer to your success. And the great thing about it is, every time that you attempt and fail, believe it or not, it builds confidence, because now I know, okay, what I can and can't do. So I'm better with that attempt. So that failure made me better. So when I look at it like that, I'm gonna keep trying. If I fail again, man, I'm that much better. I'm better again. I keep getting better with each failure. And that builds confidence, because I know I'm getting better. And after a while, you're gonna get it right. And once you get it right, your confidence is through the roof. It's out of here. Skyrocketed. And the third and final tip for today, you want to surround yourself with cheerleaders, people that are going to encourage you, people that are going to let you know that you're doing a good job. Now, you want people to hold you accountable as well, right? But when you do something right, you want people around you that's going to say, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Keep going. You got this. You're doing it. You're doing it. Keep going. Those are the kind of people you want around you. Now, I can hear what you're probably thinking. Some of you don't have those type of situations. You feel like everyone around you is constantly being negative. People aren't seeing your vision. You got this dream. You got this, this big dream. You want to open this business or start this foundation or whatever it is that you want to do. And the people around you aren't seeing this vision. So you feel like it would be difficult to get someone to be that cheerleader. If that's an issue for you, let me know. Comment down below. I'll have my email address in the description. Let me know. I'll be your biggest cheerleader. I will send you a personal message every day if you'd like. The easiest thing to do, though, in all honesty, is subscribe to the channel, because you can continuously go through all the videos and get an encouraging word, because that's all I'm about, is helping you. Because that helps me. I want to help as many people as possible become the best version of themselves. And in turn, that helps me to be the best version of myself. And so let me know. I'll cheer you on. If you can't find nobody to boost you up and let you know when you're doing good and also hold you accountable, if you can't find anybody to do that, let me know. I will do that for you. Also, we have a Facebook group, a private Facebook group that you can go to, apply to get in. I'll get you approved within minutes. Self-confidence, all about self-confidence. It's Self-Confidence for Influencers is the name of the group. I'll have the link in the description. So go ahead and go on over to the Facebook group where we're interacting with each other. Everybody's boosting each other up. If you need to get around like-minded individuals who are ready to take basically their lives to the next level, then you want to join that Facebook group. So, did you get any value out of this today? I hope you did. And if so, like I say, squeeze that like button. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And make sure you hit the notification bell as well, so that YouTube can show you all the videos. Sometimes they're not showing, everyone who's subscribed, they're not showing you the video. So just make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get every video that I upload. And if you still rocking with me at this point, you already know. I appreciate you. Let's go.